everybody. Now I've got a good game here which involves developing our listening skills, and one aspect that we can do that with is with the use of alliteration. So I've created some sheets here, some different tongue twisters you could call them. They've got a different story on there. Now your challenge is to see if you can spot the sound, okay? This Mr. Gruffalo down here, he's saying, can you spot and dot the secret sound? Now when I say spot and dot, first of all you're going to use your listening skills to see if you can hear which letter sound you hear the most. That will give you a clue as to what letter sound is in the riddle. Once you've figured it out, you can then look and use your looking skills and your noticing skills. You could use maybe a red pen and draw around the letter, or if you want to do something a bit more sensory based, I've got some cocoa powder here, some hot chocolate. You can put it with a bit of water, and that's going to be mud, and I'm going to use my fingers to walk along in the mud, a bit like the Gruffalo and the mouse did in the story, the Gruffalo. As I said, you can use a pen or a crayon. You don't have to be putting your fingers in the mud. Okay, so we're going to have a little look at this one. So I'm just going to read it to you, and then you're going to see if you can figure out the sound that I'm saying. So you're going to need to do this using your really, really good listening skills. Are you ready? One misty morning, the mighty mouse made many movements as he marched through the middle of the magical, mucky mud path. He followed the map, and up the mountain he marched. He managed to make it to the top of the mountain. What letter sound did you hear the most? Shout it out for me if you know. I think you're right. And there's a clue here in the picture. Who have we got here? It's Mr. Mouse. That's right. And Mr. Mouse says, spot and dot the secret sound. What sound can you hear for mouse? You can hear the in nearly all of that story, can't you? I'm going to get my pen and I'm just going to write at the bottom and then using my pen I can see how many ms I can see in the writing. Look, there's one and there's one and there's one. Now I did say you could use a pen to circle them. If you want to, you might like to use your finger. So it's like we're going to have some little footsteps like in the story, the Gruffalo. Just like that. So I dip my fingers in my cocoa powder and then I'm going to put them on the Look, there's one. Oh, and look, there's one. There's one, and there's another. So your challenge is to see how many times you can see that sound in the writing, in the story. Have lots of fun taking part in this activity. There's 3 different ones. We've got a story about the mouse that you can do. We've also got a story about the Gruffalo. And I think there's a story too, there is, about the slippery slimy snake. Don't forget to write on the bottom of your sheet what sounds we're talking about. And then see if you can either circle the letter sounds or go on a walk, a muddy walk through the forest. And then mark off how many times you see that letter sound. If you want to, you might even like to write the number of sounds you find in the story. Have lots of fun. Goodbye, everybody.